First and foremost, all praises, glory and honor goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakotas. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth. Salutation on y'all can pushing this word day in and day out. I'll play this quick clip, man.
Now about them food stamps, EBT or whatever you want to call it. But wait until they hit you with the Section 8, okay? Because Section 8 and food stamps is two different beasts, all right? You probably can go to the food pantry with the food stamps and get yourself some food probably for the month or something like that. But let me tell you something. When they shut off that Section 8, that's messing with everybody's money. Not only the people who's received Section 8, but when they don't receive Section 8, they can't pay their landlord. And their landlord have to pay other people. So when you stop paying the landlord, you leave the landlord no other choice but to rent to somebody who can pay the rent. You understand? I know too many people who also have rental property that rent their property out to the government. What's going to happen to them when they can't receive? Some of those people got mortgage to pay. They just only use the opportunity to rent the property out to the government. What's going to happen when they don't receive their money? They got to pay their mortgage. They wasn't expecting that. And I know a lot of people who's made a life of just buying property and renting it out to the government and having the government to pay them for Section 8. What happens when all of that stops? What can they do? So, Section 8 is a whole different beast. So, you better hold on to something right now. Because let me tell you something. When they start messing with that Section 8, and I understand because I really do believe that people need to divorce these government programs because you see how is it going, and I understand economics a lot why they have to do certain things because too many people got their hands.
Yeah, so there you have it. You see the older Eve, she just said that they're getting ready to shake that shit up, Section 8, man. All right. Which, you have whole cities that depend on Section 8 housing, man. Like, for example, Baltimore. Majority of them houses in Baltimore, people buying for cheap, under 100,000. Which is hard now, so probably in today's age, it'll be under 200, right? That's considered cheap. You know what I'm saying? People buying for that. You still got houses going for like 50,000, 70,000, but it's gonna be in the hood for real. But people don't care; they still buy it because certain jakes, they say, they like the school or the neighborhood, or it's nostalgic to them. Family member used to live there. I gotta live in this area. I don't care how violent it is, how ghetto it is. So people still buy them and rent them out. All right, they rent them out, and the key perk to renting it out for Section 8 is you get the house rented for like damn near double of market value, like a house that will typically rent for like $1,500. You get it for like $2,500 with Section 8. You know what I'm saying? It was a big perk that they'll give you more money than the average tenant, man. And all the Keisha gotta pay. It's like $100-$200 rent every month. All right, she could get that easily from niggas. From them 3, 4, 5 niggas she dealing with, man. Every nigga pitch in $50. Big booty Keisha, right? So, hey, man, but that's what them days about to be long gone real soon, man. All right, and I know people that personally do this. They'll rent out the Section 8 and make good money. But the bad thing about the Section 8 tenant, man, they're gonna jack up the house, man. 9 times out of 10, because ain't no steady man or real man in the picture, man. All right. I seen it firsthand, man. So, yeah, this brother, upload this clip. I didn't watch the whole video, but you know, I just drew out what I need to draw out with this quick clip, man. Cause I saw this somewhere else posted, but yeah, they saying, you know, that's gonna be next, man. Section 8, man. So we in Jacob's trouble, man. We ain't in the nitty gritty part of Jacob's trouble where, you know, where a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be. We ain't in that part yet, but we're getting close, man. All right. So Jake is getting jacked up on all sides, man. All right. So you gotta watch Jake in these days and times, man. You know, just watch him, man. Be circumspect, man. All right. Cause niggas is losing everything, you know. There. First is with the food, then the housing. So what Gerald Solente said, when people lose everything, they lose it. So these people gonna be out here as madmen real soon, man. Especially when they cut off Section 8, because they gotta put them somewhere, right? They can't just allow millions upon millions of people to be homeless in these cities. I think LA, 30% of its residents are on food stamps. So, you know, you have a shit hit the fan scenario like right around the corner, man. I mean, it looks like we're gonna hit 2026, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it looks like it because we're pretty much halfway through November. So, you know, hey, things are just ramping up, man. Things are heating up, man. Right? So, hey, you Jake's about to lose every goddamn thing. The second as is 15 or 49. But the Lex gonna be okay. I was saying the plagues upon the widowhood. Yeah, a lot of you women, you gonna lose your YNs. Even your OGs, your old niggas. You're gonna lose them all, man, all right? It don't matter if you was with them for 30, 40 years plus, 10 years plus, 10 months. And you're gonna lose these niggas in these Third World War. The race riots, the famines, the plagues that's written and not written in the book. Okay? Poverty. Hey, Section 8. Which you niggas are an easy target. That's why Esau's doing this shit, man. Shutting the government down, food stamps, and so forth. You hear this, you got people that ain't been to work since goddamn September 30th. All right. So they they're pulling out of their 401k, I'm sure. Most of these government workers just to stay afloat, man. But what about when the 401k? And I believe that income is taxable too, man. You know, like the older government workers probably in their 40s and then they got a 401k. But like the younger ones that's in their 20s, they shit out enough. But at that age, when you're in your 20s, you willing to do any job anyway to keep your head above water. All right. Widowhood, poverty, famine. Hey, famine, man. Right now, you got a slight famine of bread. We're dealing with the food stamp situation. But real soon, you're gonna have an all-out famine. But starting before that, it's gonna be the famine of the word. Famine of the word is gonna hit, and then those gonna have the real famine hit immediately after that, man. So, because we're at the end of fishing season, man. Though whether the famine of the word commences this year, man, we'll see. The sword. It's the ultimate sword, the missiles, man. But then you're gonna have niggas enslaved with little swords and guns and daggers. It's about to get real bloody out here, man. These 2/3 niggas about to get their just dues, man. Because they the same niggas that put the Lord on the cross. All right. And pestilence. Yeah, disease warfare, man. All right. To waste thy houses with destruction and death, man. So You know, you want to be able to, like Pac said, death around the corner is going to be death at your doorstep, man. Might be death inside your home if the Lord ain't with you, man. That's how crazy it's about to get, okay? But, you know, they about to cast niggas out of their houses, man. Even us in the truth, man, we about to be cast out of our houses. Second Ezra 16 and 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection or uprising upon those that fear the Lord, right? So, you know, they're going to put us on the news and going to run a smear campaign, you know, against us and shit, false allegations and so forth. We're teased and this and that. But the Lord's going to counter it immediately, man. All right. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. So, these are Gurger troops, these New World Order armies, they're going to be out here going crazy. Because when the dollar collapses, it's going to really reset the whole global system. All you got to do is take out the head and the body of bottle. All right, so, you know, people going to be going crazy because they're not going to know where their next meal from. And that's what, you know, I'll do another video on it. That's what Jake and majority of these people live for is comfort, knowing that, okay, yeah, they got food in the fridge. They got a paycheck coming every two, you know, and that's all that's getting ready to be stripped, man. You know, it's being stripped now on a low level, man. You know, if they don't open this government up this week, oh no, these people are in a heap of trouble because, you know, we all know how these legislators, they'll take off the whole week for Thanksgiving. You know, they'll go on Christmas break and so. So this thing could very well drag on to 2026. Only Yahweh should be outside those. They shall be like madmen sparing none, but still just spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So they're going to be, you know, running through our cribs and shit. Taking shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is because we're going to be as pilgrims anyway. We're going to be on the move anyway, man. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So, you know, they're going to be taking us out of our fucking houses, man. They're going to say we can't live here and so forth. So, we're going to be so-called blacklisted, which really is whitelisted, but blackballed. It's really whiteballed out of this society, man. All right. But it's going to start with you niggas, man. All right. Which we see. Because you are an easy target, man. You 2/3 niggas. That's living under the poverty threshold and shit. And most of y'all ain't serving the Lord. Y'all could barely, I used to do heavy deliveries. And, you know, Jake's, especially so-called black women, they'll have the worst diet. Like, I could tell the order, if it's a nigga order or Edomite order by the food that's in it. You know what I'm saying? I could literally tell that shit, man. You'll be like, oh shit, you know, you see the shrimps. You see the bacon strips, the pork bacon strips and so forth. You be like, oh yeah, it's a nigga order. You see greens, fruits and vegetables, antibiotic, chicken and shit. Oh yeah, it's a Edomite order. All right. And here's the point, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. How it's going to be known who are the chosen ones, right? By the what? Spiritual power, man, all right? Then a nigga can't say nothing, man, all right? Because right now, you know, Jakes, they be, you know, bickering and shit. Even Jakes, I know the Israelites just be bickering, murmuring and shit. Talking about, you know, they love niggas and shit, man. They, you know, hey, man, we gonna see, you know, who's right, who's wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna end it there till next time. Shalom.